Obviously the Impreza is a critically important car for Subaru in the UK, as well as exciting for all of us. So any changes, Ed, and I know you've got the keys to it.
I have got the keys, Richard.
Any changes are going to be absolutely critical. So what have you done? Is this just a facelift?
This is far more than a facelift. This is an entirely new Subaru Impreza. A great car, just got even better.
So what are we talking about? New headlamps and that's it, or like body, engine, the works?
The entire body, the entire chassis, the transmission, the engine have all been re-engineered to raise Impreza driving performance to even greater heights.
Critically important, of course, in the UK for you. It really matters.
Absolutely. The Subaru Impreza is our most important model in the UK.
Oh, God, I wish I hadn't asked.
Performance in the UK is such that
I
the
wish I'd
sales
stopped
are the highest
talking.
in Europe, particularly of the turbocharged
Oh,
variants,
wait
which
me if he
young
says anything
drivers
interesting.
relish. And maybe one day you'll get to
Shouldn't
drive
this be
one.
about driving the thing?
Turbocharged
Just
variant
give me
sales in the
the
UK are the
keys.
highest in Europe by far. One of the
Yep.
greatest about
Yeah, okay, yep. Oh, come on.
the performance of the new Subaru Impreza while satisfying the
Oh, this
very
guy can
demanding requirements of
talk.
European type approval
Do I
regulations.
really look
The
interested
Subaru
in
is more
emissions?
environmentally friendly and even
Oh, I wish he'd just give me the
PS.
keys.
0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds. A top speed of over 140 miles an hour. Are you really sure you're ready for it, Richard?
Yes, give me the keys. I mean, you know, on and on. Just want to drive it. Oh yes, thank you so much. Okay. As soon as you pull away, there's no doubt that you're in an Impreza turbo, mostly because of that engine note. It's still that gorgeous, horizontally opposed boxer, 4 cylinders, moving out that way, so you get a lovely raspy note. Can't mistake it for anything else. Huge amount of torque till you pull away, leap off, and then the drive itself, well, first impressions, the suspension is just overwhelmingly competent. It soaks up the smaller bumps and feels actually quite comfortable, but as soon as it gets a bit harsher and you start to push the car, it tightens up and you can feel it is going to keep the car glued to the road. It is nice to know the Subaru is not going to break down. It is going to be utterly reliable, dependable, a car that you can use every single day. It's no accident that the Impreza benefits from what is probably the world's best 4x4 system. That system is the result of Subaru's years of involvement at the very top level in rallying. Then there's the steering, which is absolutely gorgeous. It weights up beautifully. It's absolutely rock steady about the straight ahead, and as soon as you start to put a bit of lean on it, it'll tighten up and weighten up so you can just feel what's happening. It's actually very, very comfortable. The driving position feels just right and the suspension comfy. Speed does creep up on you still. That's another thing it has in common with the old Impreza. You think you're pressing on nicely, then you look down and realise you've just binned your licence. Driving an Impreza would become addictive. If you have one of these things, I don't doubt you'll find yourself taking it out of the garage just for a bit of a tour around. And that's in a 4-door, 4-seater saloon. The Impreza's looks have always been secondary to the performance, so we won't get too caught up on it. Suffice it to say, the only really contentious bit is the front, which does look a bit wide-eyed and eager. We'd rather it looked a little bit more mean like the old one. But it is all about the drive, and at first drive, it's difficult to tell much. You need about a week with an Impreza to do it in depth, and we will do that for you soon. But at first impressions, certainly, if anything, it's perhaps a bit more sophisticated, which in my mind makes it a bit more of an all-rounder. Fans of the really raw aspects of the old Impreza might say it's gone a bit soft. For me, it still offers unbeatable performance and comfort and reliability, and at under £22,000 for the top-notch version. Nowhere else can you get that kind of performance for that kind of cash. So I see no reason why the Impreza shouldn't continue to enjoy the same cult following it has to date. Nice one.